Welcome back to Liam Doesn't Know Ball. I'm Liam, an American who objectively doesn't know ball, but that does not stop me from having opinions. I'm here to talk about the big six things that I took away from Premier League Game Week 1. I can't believe the Premier League's back already. Yes, I'm so excited to review it. Um, yeah, these are my big six takeaways at least. The first one being Man United are still in trouble. I know that in after winning the FA Cup, there was a lot of I think the best kind of vibe it's been at the club since the Carabao Cup win. Probably since Ten Hag got there because they were off to that rough start when he first got there. 3 losses in a row. They were bottom of the table. Um, Last season there was a laundry list of problems. Oh, and Ronaldo left, and that was very divisive. And yeah, it felt like okay, the things seemed to be okay. It did feel like bandages to me, but I'm thinking, okay, if they can at least get a win, like if they can beat Fulham, I didn't back them to get a win, and they damn near didn't. I mean, it was almost a scoreless draw, so I'm still not convinced that the ownership is convinced by Ten Hag. I still think that he could leave this calendar year, if not this season. So, yeah, I think that if things don't drastically improve fast, let me put it this way: if he doesn't get Champions League this season, I think he's gone in the summer. I think it's that simple. Yeah, that was my first takeaway. My second was another manager who might be in some trouble is Big Ange Postecoglou because Spurs are, they signed a recognized number 9. That was something that they needed because Son Heung-min, fantastic player. He's not a number 9. He's a winger. And listen, they have some talent at Tottenham, and I have to wonder if it's a mentality thing. I really do. I wonder if it's just they just start to crack because it's the history of the Tottenham. It's the history of the Tottenham. I don't necessarily buy into that. I think that you buy elite players with elite mentality and you coach them to win. But it's an attractive style of football. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy watching Tottenham play, but I think they need a plan B, and I think that if they fail to qualify for Champions League again, I think it's going to be hard, much like Man United, for the ownership to justify keeping him. I think the fans are going to be very upset because they're wasting a very good squad, and can you really blame them? I can't. I don't even know if there are rumblings right now. If not, with the horrific form they finished last season with, and if they get off to a rough start this season, I could see there being some questions because if you have one tactic and people have figured out how to beat you, you're gonna get beaten. It's that simple. Okay, number 2. This is not necessarily football related, but Erling Haaland is a bit petty and I love it. Yeah, I love that he was like, oh, he's talking smack about me, but you wanted my shirt. It's so petty. It's so middle school drama, and I love it. I love learning things that humanize this Viking. I just love it. Just a small little thing that I liked. Okay, next. I'm so negative today. Southampton might be in bigger trouble than I anticipated. They had a man advantage for just a little under an hour, just over an hour. And they weren't even playing the majority of the game in Newcastle's half. That is really concerning. Like, okay, you just bought Cameron Archer. I'm a Villa fan. I know he's talented. He will get goals. But to not even, your finishing might be off. Nick Pope's a very good goalkeeper. I could see that, but to not even be putting the pressure and just peppering them with attacks, that is seriously concerning. And I think they might go down in last, especially if uh, sorry, I just got a notification on my phone, which I'm filming on. Leicester, I think the only reason they'll go down is because their points deduction. But Southampton, they could be relegated by April if this continues. Now it's week 1. I'm not gonna go off the deep end or lose my mind, but it certainly is concerning, and that needs to be resolved either by the end of the transfer window or in January, or it'll be another embarrassing season. Fine, fifth, Arsenal picked up where they left off. Saka looked great. He had a really good delivery for the Havertz goal. His goal was really good. It's a mentality thing. I've said I think that you'll get it over the line because I think that especially now Declan Rice and David Raya going through that heartbreak of losing the title along with the squad they had in the 22-23 season, will see them over the line. But it is 37 game. They've got 37 more games to play. And will they be? And I like what I saw. It's just going to be a matter if they can beat that City monster, have a better mentality. And finally, VAR continues to be pointless. I get it. Referees have egos too. They're humans. But to say they're not going to intervene solely because it hurts their feelings, like, I'm sorry. That's not what it's there for. And it's not personal. Like, things can look like a penalty from one angle and a clearance on the other. It's not personal. It's just helping make sure that the game is done correctly, because at the end of the day, the game is for the fans. The second the game forgets that, I'm saying I don't like that saying that I'm just saying the game, but the second the game is no longer about the fans, then the sport crumbles. It's that simple. I hope VAR can get improved by the end of the season. I mean, they sorted out like Emi Martinez stuff 8 months after the World Cup, but we're still arguing about what a handball is. This is pathetic. Fans deserve better.